Alright everybody, we are here. It is finally time for the Dueling Coaster Challenge, guys. We are going to kick this things off here with Recreation Guys Dueling Coaster. We're going to start with one side, do a front bumper perspective, I think is what we'll do with most of them. And then we'll switch over, we'll transition in, and we will do a either a chase cam or an orbit on the other side, probably an orbit. So check it out, guys. Hope you enjoy. All right, there it is, guys. There's the first side. Awesome job, man. Very cool. Nice and smooth throughout most of that layout there. It didn't feel like it was too herky and jerky there. So, really nice way to start this off, man. Solid coaster to start this off with for sure. And then we're going to pop on over to the other side as I kind of mess around with my settings here because I forgot you could ride chain and all that stuff. And a lot of you did, and it just went over my head. All right, leave me alone. I'm doing the voiceovers after I've already recorded this, not by choice. It's because my mic didn't record the first time. But enough about my issues and my technical problems trying to be a YouTuber here. We all know I'm not the best at it. Let's check out the orbit view of Recreation, guys. Dueling Coaster here right about now. Also, a note to my viewers, the lack of terrain work is not the builder's fault in any of these on PlayStation or Xbox. It's entirely me. All right, man. What a stellar job with this. This is definitely, like I said, this is a banger to kick this off with. For only 1,800 feet, you got a lot in there. You got some hills in there, some airtime hills, I should say. You got some inversions in there. Really like that. We're gonna move on to the next one. And up next we have, you guys know him. You guys may or may not love him. I don't know, but it's Mystic. We're gonna start off with the top coaster here, and then he has one directly below it, which is a suspended coaster. So we'll hop on that one next. We'll do that one in orbit view. As you guys know, this one's gonna be in the front bumper view, so we can get a good look at how smooth it is and see what the tracking looks like. So let's take a ride. And I tell you guys, if these builds turn out to be a trend, we're going to see some really good coasters throughout this whole thing. Wreck Guy over there to the right of us, his coasters were solid. Mystic's top coaster there, very solid as well. So we'll hop on the bottom one, take a little look at that. This might be I remember, I should say, that there's ride chains. Yeah, look at that. Look at me go. Seeing like, oh, hey, look, ride chain right there. And we figure out how that works, throw it on into test mode, put ourselves into an orbit view here. Come on, past Dylan, speed up. This voiceover stuff after you're recorded is not the easiest. I'd much rather just do it on the spot. Anyway, you guys, enjoy the other coaster that Mystic has made here for us as we watch this thing interact. Very nicely done on that side as well, man. I know we didn't get the first person perspective, but the top one was smooth. I saw what you did, so we're just gonna assume that the bottom one looks just as smooth. I did the POV for my judges already anyway, so they've seen that aspect of it. Very cool job, Mystic. Thank you so much for taking part in this, man. You've done most of, if not all of these challenges so far, and yet again, you brought us another really cool build. As far as coasters go, man, this might be the best one that I've seen from you. Maybe you've got some other ones out there I haven't seen yet. Let me know if you do. But really enjoyed this, man. Thank you so much again. We're going to move right over here to our left. And next up, everybody, as you can see from our perspective here, we got Lipicac up next, aka Coaster Kev in the Discord. If you're not familiar with him in the Discord, that's his name on there. That's the name of his YouTube channel as well. So I'm going to go ahead and plug him here. Go ahead and check him out, guys, over on YouTube at Coaster Kev. All right, very cool, man. Very nice, whippy, short, sweet, to the point. I like that one a lot. My apologies, guys. I did not realize when I filmed this that I did this from the seat perspective there, so it might have looked a little bit more janky than it should have been if I did it in that front bumper. So I do apologize for that. I can assure you, when I sent the POV over to the judges, though, it was all a front bumper, first-person perspective for every coaster. I didn't do any orbit cam or anything for the judging. It was strictly based on the perspective, and then they went back on their own accord and they viewed over the coaster's interactions that way. So we're just doing it this way for the showcase, guys, so you can see what it is. Again, apologies, Kev, for not getting that one into front bumper there for you. Very nicely done with both of these. Both very small scale RMCs. I like that. I wasn't really expecting somebody to go the wooden or hybrid route with this. So very cool to see that RMC incorporated there. I think if you put this into a park, you could even afford to give it 2 laps. Give it 2 go-arounds on each side. That way you get the double race. Just because it's pretty fast throughout the entire layout. But at any rate, Kev, appreciate it so much, man. Thank you so much for entering. I know every time we do a coaster thing on here, you always hit it up. You've hit up some other ones as well, but your coasters are always great, man. Love it. Thank you so much. I think we're going to move right on over to our last one here, over to the left, which will pop up any moment. Boop, there it is. All right, guys. Next up, we got Cold Sore bringing us Dino Wranglers, and I'm sure right off the bat, you guys are going to notice we have 3 tracks going on here. I talked to Cold Sore about it. I was not very clear when I put out the original video for this challenge that you could only do 2 coasters. So for the sake of the judging, we only judged 2 coasters. We took one of them out. We looked at strictly the 2 coasters, but for the sake of this being the showcase, I want to show off all 3 of these rides. I do want to show you guys how this is supposed to look, how they're supposed to interact with each other. So I think with that out of the way, we can get this thing going. We can get it moving along here. How long did I talk in this first one before it? Man, this voiceover stuff is not easy. Come on, Dylan, let's get this ride going. How long did you sit there until? There we go. Everybody, look at that. All right, guys, enjoy. Very nicely done, man. I'm super excited to see that somebody went with a double suspended, not inverted coaster, suspended coaster, technically a triple here, but more so to see that you went with the idea of doing a boomerang coaster. I suppose that's what this is. I mean, it's not the exact shape of what I would consider a boomerang, but I think that's what you'd call this still. Shoot me in the comments if I'm incorrect, which who knows, I probably am. Anyway, guys, we're going to hop on the yellow one here, and we are going to put that into, let's see, probably an orbit cam as well. See if we can get a good perspective, zoom out a bit, and just watch these things truly interact with each other here. There's a whole mess of track here that they loop through. There's a chance the timing is off on these as well because I didn't redo that. Yeah, you know what word I'm looking for. The chain, the ride chain. There we go. I didn't redo that before doing this perspective of it. But if it is a little off, I think we get the general idea. The interaction here is very good, especially in these like pretzel knotted kind of sections here. Again, complete incorrect coaster terminology. I know, I don't care. It is what it is. Some of y'all know more about coasters than me. Fine. Very nicely done, man. We had 4 solid coasters here overall. And we're going to check mine out next. So on the way over to that one, Cold Sore, thank you so much for entering, dude. This was super cool. Again, sorry for the judges' sake that they only got to see 2 of the 3 of these rides. But for the showcase, we did make sure to get these in here for you, man. Really appreciate it. All right, my coaster's up next, everybody. All right, everybody, here we are at my coaster, Sun and Surf. This is a basilisk. It's actually a double basilisk. I figured I would just do the same coaster on each side. It was a little bit more convenient for the inversion side to do that. So we'll throw her into front bumper here, and we'll get it going. We got 2 laps on this thing. All right, there it is, guys. We'll hop on over to the other side. I do not have these chained. I did not have time for all that. I saw that a lot of y'all did, though. More power to you. Kudos. Thank you. It did help once I learned, what I was doing there and actually figured out how to utilize it the right way, but I didn't do that. Y'all did. You're better than me. I know. It is what it is. I just wanted to compete because I wanted to build a coaster, damn it. Pop on this one here, and, put that one in orbit, too. We've done all the others in an orbit, so we'll just stick to it. I don't want anybody to say that I did mine unfairly when I win, I've clearly made the best coaster here. I wish. I really wish. I don't think I did, though. Let's just say if I was voting, I would not be voting for mine. I have someone in mind who I would definitely be voting for. Alright, everybody, there it is, guys. That is my Basilisk coaster for this challenge. Like I said, I would love to win. I'd love if people would vote for me. I don't think I will. I probably wouldn't vote for myself because you guys have put out some bangers. And we're going to move right along into the Xbox Spotlights, guys. Thank you so much. The Xbox side of this challenge with Flooded Tombs entry here. It is called Bucket. I love the name. We're going to start with this one, guys, because sadly this was a disqualification, but I still have to show this one off, y'all. There's no way I could let Tombs enter this and not showcase this just because it was a disqualification. It was a bit of a mix-up on my part. I explained this challenge in feet and did not, consider the fact that some people do not use feet as their measurement on a daily basis. So Tombs built a coaster that was under 1,800 meters, which sadly is significantly longer than 1,800 feet. So I do apologize, Tombs, for that. Next time I will make sure that I have meters listed in something like this as well if I'm doing a unit of measurement. My fault on that one, man. I do feel really bad, but we're going to get a look at this thing, guys. This was really cool. It's a dual-sided swinging mine train coaster here. And what he's done is really, really neat. I think that this would make a very unique dark ride experience, honestly. I think this is something that could be put like inside and really themed heavily around. Or maybe even like through like a mine shaft or something. So very, very cool. We're going to do it this way here. Take a little look at it running around the course. And then we'll ride one of these things and check it out. Stays together very well throughout almost the entire layout. Even there you can see it kind of like lapses and slows down, but then this inner one has less track length on that inside there, so it works out perfectly. They line up, they come back to the station at the same time. Super cool. Oh, I'm inside the track. We'll go on this side. We will take a little ride on this side here and fire this thing back up, y'all. Everybody enjoy your ride on Bucket. Hell yeah, man. Very cool. There it is, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen. Bucket by Flooded Tombs. Very, very sad to say that you won't be able to be voted for here, Tombs. Again, I will take the majority of the responsibility for that one. That is my fault for not using a measurement that, the rest of the world uses, because feet is not the only thing, despite what I like to think about America. But, anyway, we're going to move on to the next one, y'all. Tombs, awesome job with this, man. It'd be cool to see you turn this into something, so it doesn't go to waste. Not that this is a waste. I shouldn't say it that way. But it would be cool if this becomes something in the future. So, awesome job, man. Thank you so much. We're going to keep it pushing right along to the next one, everybody. Guys, bringing us another awesome coaster, I'm sure. So we're going to check this one out right here. We have Marco and Polo. Marco being the white, blue being the Polo. We're going to take a ride on Polo first, then hop over to Marco, and then I'll give you guys kind of an outside perspective of what that's looking like as well with the off-ride POV kind of thing.
And that was Polo. We're going to hop off and we are going to take a ride on Marco next. I don't think I have to reset these guys either. They are coming back into the station perfectly aligned here. Everything timing-wise seems good to go. So we'll just hop right onto Marco and see what it has in store for us here. Very nicely done. I really like these. We're going to get that look from that outside perspective here. Kind of just let it go around, do its thing once through. You can see the ones over here in the backdrop kind of chasing around. They're timed very, very well with each other. It's looking like the next two will take off right around there. This is chained very good, guys. I like this a lot. This is a good one. All of our entries so far have been really, really solid. Very nice. I suppose I could do like an orbit or a chase or something like that, but I think I'll just kind of do these outward kind of perspectives here instead of going into chase or orbit with every single ride. Get a feel for that, what it's like there. I like how that one spirals twice. That one goes around a bigger loop. Very cool, man. All right, we're going to move right along to the next one here, and we're going to keep it pushing. Up next, we got Dude Man over here with the Mouse Racers. This was one I think that Dude Man said that he had built previously to this challenge, but you know, I told him, I said, hey, if you've already got one made and you don't have time to do another one, that is perfectly fine. Slap this thing up there, let's get it going, we'll check it out. I like showing off your guys' rides, man, I do. It doesn't really matter what it is. And here we go. We're going to check out Dude Man's Wild Mouse. Very nice, man. Very nice. And then we can even go in here, take a ride on the red side. It does look like both tracking is the same, but I am doing both sides for everybody, so I don't want to skip over one side of Dude Man's ride here just because they are the same. I'll give it a fair shake for everybody. Take a ride on the red side. This is very fast, Wild Mouse. That hill's pretty steep there. You definitely end up in the lap of whoever you're sitting with. So, I mean, you know, take the right person and that's not a bad thing, right? Alright, very nice, dude, man. I like these, man. Thank you so much for putting these up and submitting these, man. Like I said, I know it's one that you already had done, but with your time constraints and everything, we did understand you weren't going to be able to get one in time. And it just so happens that you've already met the requirements here with the under 1,800 feet. So very cool, man. Really like this. Get a little perspective of it going around the track here. I don't want to wait for all the Wild Mouse carts to come back because there's quite a few of them here, but again, we don't want to do anybody a disservice and not give them the perspectives that everybody else gets. Look at them all just lined up, going up the track, one to one, right after the other. They're pretty well timed also. It looks like maybe the red is a little bit in front there, but they're pretty well timed otherwise. Very cool stuff, man. We're going to move on to our next one. We got our next ride over here by Heavy 1201. That's the name of the Discord anyway. We got Lucifer. There's some numbers after his name I genuinely don't remember. I probably should. But actually, let me put these back into stop mode here. Probably be easier if I was like chaining these together and doing things the smart way. But whatever, it's it's my channel, and this is how we do things. But anyway, guys, we got Lucifer here, aka Heavy 1201, in the Discord. You guys already know. He's done quite a few of these for us here. Built more than one coaster for this channel, for this challenge. I think he did a coaster as well for the Christmas event. Put this thing into front bumper mode here. We'll give it a spin. Alright, very nicely done. They came back in at the exact same time, just like the last one, so we'll hop back onto this side. Very nice, man. That was definitely cool. I didn't expect anybody to really kind of do this type of ride, so I'm definitely excited to see that somebody went with this kind of ride. I can't remember. There's a specific name for this type of coaster, and I can't think of like the real world name of what it is. Ignore the floating here, guys. That's me. That's not any. If you see any floating stuff, that's me being bad at my job. I'm sure that is not the creator. Looks like Heavy even gave me a thing to kind of tell me, hey, stupid, this is where you sink it. And I couldn't even follow a simple square. But anyway, Heavy, awesome job, dude. Really like this. I really do find it interesting that somebody chose to go with this kind of a layout because I was not expecting that. So, very cool, man. Really appreciate it. I'm going to keep it moving to the next one. And then over here, we have Birdie. This was his entry. I know that he gave these things a name, so let me check that and see what he named it, because I do know that there was a name. And again, I'm very bad at my job, so here I am not knowing what the hell it is. Trident and Riptide. There we go. So I'm assuming that the blue is Riptide and the yellow is Trident, as that would only make sense. We got rid of that Trident support there because technically it is theming, so for the sake of the ride and the perspective, so nobody says, hey, you told us no theming, we'll take it out of there, and we'll pop onto these things, put this thing in pause mode, set both of these. I know I'm probably doing this the hard way. I don't care. What's this? Seat 2 or Orbit POV and front bumper. Okay, so we'll start. Oh, that's the whole coaster. We don't want that. We'll start there. Slap her into front bumper. And we're off, guys. We're going to take a ride on Trident by Birdie. I'm bad at my job. Very nice, man. And just in case those came in, it looks like one came in a little bit later than the other. We will run that back through the cycle there, put it back into test mode. I didn't pause the game first. Oy vey. This has been it's been a process, y'all. It's been a long day. I wasn't even sure if I was going to get to recording these today. Just bear with me. I apologize. Seat 2 or orbit. We are going to go with seat 2, and then we will look around the outside of the track after that. So go to seat 2. Pop on there. And this is Riptide, guys, by Birdie. All right, very cool, man. I like this. I like how you've got a launched wing and then this launch coaster over here as well, kind of competing with each other. I think this is one of the few I saw where there was actually two different coaster types rather than the same coaster. So very, very cool, man. I really, really like the way that you have this laid out. The elements are nice. This here, everybody, is not Birdie's fault. So judges, when you watch this video, this is all me. I'm just big dumb. I apologize, Birdie, for that going through the terrain there. If I had any more time in my life right now to re-record this, I would, so that it wasn't like that, I promise. So my apologies, guys. I'm really, really trying to bang these out as I can and, make this happen for everybody to the best of my ability. So bear with me, all. Birdie, awesome job, man. Really, really love this. And, yeah, dude, we're going to move on to... That's it. All right, well, we're not gonna move on to anything because that's it for the Xbox side of it, guys. Awesome job, Xbox team. I think you guys did an absolutely stellar job, and you guys have given the PlayStation side of this something really, really challenging to go up against. There's some of these in here that I think could be potential winners, but that's not going to be up to me because I'm competing against you, and I'm not a judge on this one. So leave it up to our 5 judges to decide who they think is the best, and we will get your guys' results to you here very soon. Thank you guys so much, Team Xbox. Awesome job. Appreciate every one of you guys. Peace.
Alright, y'all, we have officially reached that time where we announce our winner for this Dueling Coaster Challenge, guys. Thank you all so much to everybody who participated, to everybody who was involved in helping me make this happen, guys. You're all absolutely awesome, and I appreciate you guys so, so much for everything that you do for this channel and helping me out. So, guys, without further ado, here it is. Your winner for the Dueling Coaster Challenge 2024 is Birdie. That's right, guys. It is Birdie with Trident and Riptide. This is a very, very narrow, close vote, guys and girls. We actually had 4 of our judges pick different rides as their favorite, and it came down to one final vote. So our one last vote there was the swing vote for Birdie. To everybody else that did not win, awesome job. We had some absolutely stellar coasters. Really, really enjoyed this, guys. Thank you all again so much, and I will see you guys on the next one.